Yeah, hey, Derek. Hope things are good. So I wanted to ask you just about sort of the need to turn the page quickly and be fully focused on Pittsburgh. Coming off a big game like that, you haven't been at Miami, but it's been sort of tough for some players to do that. Have you sensed it's been hard to turn the page on that last game, or was it like you can flip a switch somehow and the team can flip a switch with you and just fully be focused on Pittsburgh now?
No, honestly, I mean, it was a tough loss, but honestly, we came to the building Sunday, we watched the game, and I mean, we forgot about it. I think Tuesday practice and today practice was our best back-to-back practices we had all year. I know for me, it was important for me to just to get a jump start on this week, just so we can face another opponent and try to get this nasty taste out of our mouths. So I think we had a great week of practice so far. We got to just keep going.
Derek, we're going to go to David Lake at Inside the U. David?
Yeah, Derek, wanted to ask you just about, Pittsburgh's defense. They're obviously a team that stacks the box, makes you throw outside, deep, outside the numbers. That was some of the things Clemson did too. Are you looking forward to that challenge this week, getting back in that regard with you and the receivers? And what's your message been to the receivers this week?
Yeah, most definitely. Like you said, Pittsburgh, they have a great defense. They do a great job stopping the run. So yeah, it's gonna be opportunities for us to make plays on the outside at the receiver position. Yeah, and not just me. I'll take everything. I'll take a lot of blame, but it's just we got to get on the same page. So this whole week I tried to encourage those guys, and we went out there, had two really good practices. So I think as far as going in the right direction, as far as in the passing game, you guys keep going. We got to keep taking our shots. It's like playing basketball with a 3-point shooter. He keeps shooting, he misses, and he makes one, and everything starts clicking. So we got to just keep taking our shots.
Derek, we're going to go to Steve Wine from the Associated Press. Steve, go ahead.
Derek, Coach Diaz was talking again Monday about the need to get away from Miami arrogance, which he says has been a problem here for a long time. The Hurricanes having an attitude that they don't deserve because in recent years, the record is different from the glory days. And he says that kind of thing is particularly pertinent coming into a game like this one against Pitt. What are your thoughts about that? What do you see happening in that regard this week? Is the team coming off a huge game last week going to take this game seriously enough?
Yeah, I don't have any doubt in my mind that the team's going to go out there and play super, super hard and take it seriously. As far as us just rolling out there and beating anybody, I don't think we're there yet. I don't think we ever will be. I don't think any team is. You got to go out there and you got to respect everybody we play. I don't think that'll be an issue at all. I know how it's been in the past and things like that, but I don't think this team is even thinking about that. We know how we got to respect Pitt. Pitt has a great defense. I mean, one of the best defenses in the country, honestly. So you got to respect those guys, and I know they're going to play super, super hard, and we're expecting a fourth-quarter game. So we're ready for everything.
Derek, we got time for a few more. We're going to go to David Wilson from the Miami Herald. David?
Hey, Derek. At least statistically, you haven't had a lot of games that you kind of look at it and you're like, ooh, that wasn't his best performance. I'm just curious, in the past, well, first of all, just watching back the film, what you kind of, I don't know, how you kind of thought of your performance, what maybe you noticed that you didn't do particularly well. And just also, what do you do other than just trying to, put the game in the past? Is there anything you do to try to kind of move on from, not your best start?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think that was probably one of my worst games I played in my career. But just me being who I am, I got back early Sunday morning, late at night, and I didn't sleep much. But yeah, I just came to the building Sunday. I was open. I wanted to be coached, and I'm as hard as myself as anybody is. So I don't look at what other people have to say about anything like that because I'm hard enough about myself. But just for me, I just want to come out here and just have a good week of practice. I think everything starts with a Tuesday practice. And so I was real big on myself just to take every period, every drill, and every drive, and everything we did Tuesday to take it real seriously and try to get better. I know that leads over to Saturdays. And honestly, I don't think I've done that well enough in the past, just taking it day by day. And you got to do that to be successful in college football. So I think that's what I did.
Derek, we got Manny Navarro from The Athletic. Manny?
Hey, Derek. I know the coaches in the past have said that you go and you'll watch the defense closely after practice, or you'll go and talk to some of those guys on defense. I'm curious if you've done that, during the season. outside of practice, after games, et cetera, and how much maybe you talk to Bubba Bolden, seeing how he's kind of turned into one of the leaders on defense, and he may see things, et cetera, that could help you.
Yeah, most definitely. I talked to Bubba, Amari, Zach, Rigoni. I talk to anybody I can just to ask what they see. I know Clemson game. I can't decide. I was talking to a few of those guys, and they were telling me certain things and this and that. But honestly, it was you got to just do things like that, especially a guy like Bubba. I think Bubba's one of the best safeties in the country. He can give you little tips here and there. Coach Reed, he can give you tips here and there. So I think it's good having those guys around. They can tell me little things.
I guess, is there anything real helpful that you've taken as advice?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bunch of things. I think the most important thing is when I talk to Bubba, he would tell me about my eyes a lot because I went against him all camp and the week of spring we had, and he was real good at reading my eyes. So he kind of got me sometimes, and I think just him reminding me of that helped me.
Hey, Derek, this is the last one. David Furones from the Sun Sentinel. David, go ahead.
Hey, Derek, with Pitt probably expected to play you guys similar to what Clemson did, are receivers creating enough separation in single coverage? What can they do better when they're in man-to-man? Are there things that you could do better to throw them open, as they say? And just your whole perspective on trying to beat single coverage.
Yeah, I think it's definitely things that me and the receivers could do better. We came here this week and everybody was honest with each other. I was honest with myself, they were honest with themselves, and they know and I know that we got to get better throwing and catching one-on-one balls. If not, teams gonna play like that every single week and force us to keep doing it. But yeah, I think they is a great coach. He's gonna have those guys right, and I got to focus on doing my job. I got to focus on just throwing better balls, putting my hair on the balls, keeping it outside, just giving them chances. I got to just keep doing that, and eventually, I think we'll get there.
Hey, Manny. Derek was just saying he felt like that start was, probably one of the worst of his college career. He was also kind of talking about the way, I don't remember exactly the word he used, but basically everyone being honest with each other, maybe like brutal honesty or tough love kind of stuff. Curious what you've seen from him in terms of like trying to, bounce back and just that idea of guys being open and honest with each other. Have you seen that this year, and has it maybe been different than in past years?
Yeah, obviously, Derek has such a quiet confidence about him. He's never rattled, even when he wasn't playing well in the game. There's never any sense of panic on his face, but yeah, I think as internally, as a staff and as a football team, I think we were all able to put our hands up and say, hey, these are places where we all could have been a lot better, and be vulnerable to each other like that, and then to be able to own it, and then be able to move on, and so, like I said, you got to tell some harsh truths after a game like that, but once you own them, when you have your leaders that are willing to be accountable for that, it's encouraging. That starts with us as the coaching staff, with our message inside the building, and then it goes on to the players.